yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw the weather in. By the way, 3, 2, 1, and away we go. I saw the weather. Weather hot in
Anyway, welcome back to
Colorado.
Sickco Untitled Sicko's weather channel. I'm here, Midwest correspondent, Car Sausage, and also with me at the weather booth, we have some other people. Please introduce yourself.
I stole the top dog chain off of Nick. I'm sorry. I'll give it back.
All right. All right then. I am the Vegas weather guy. I am Nick, and I'll just tell you this: Vegas is 80. It's an 80-degree day. No one's shocked by that.
Mm.
Mhm.
Yo,
My
this
name is Neil. Oh,
yo, this is Ace
Neil,
Acosta reporting from California. It is currently a bit of a heat wave, but hopefully the weather should calm down by the end of the week.
yeah, I guess I'm next.
Mhm.
Yeah.
My name is Neil, reporting from the great city of Chicago, Illinois. At the moment, we have hit the low of 47. The highest of today was 62 degrees. We have a 30% chance of rain in 15 minutes, from what I'm seeing, meaning that it's not gonna do shit. But other than that, the weather has been absolutely horrible in this beautiful city.
I like it when it rains. Winter weather is so based. It's been, it's like
But
the
who are
last.
you?
I'm master or a host. Hi, I hate summer.
Uh,
Go
Most
you know,
winter.
based shit
Go
ever, bro.
cold. Be cold.
Fall
Throw on. Throw on
Only,
5
you know why I love
blankets.
fall? You know why I love fall?
Because the
Well,
temperature
I love and
falls
hate
with
it.
it.
I hate fall because it's the time where I get the most sick, but I love it because hoodie weather. Like, come on,
Mhm.
dude,
who
I get to
doesn't love
bust out the flannel. Oh, so excited.
it, dude?
Flannel busting is good. Anyways, um, last week we talked about therapy sessions. That is going to have to be rescheduled for later. We were going to do it this week if the Bears lost. The Bears did not lose, so therefore we're going to probably push a therapy session to the first team that comes into the principal's office. I think we'll push it to all the way back then, back a bit, because that way I think some NHL, NBA will be fully underway.
Yes.
MLB's. Well, we already know like the bottom 5 teams of the MLB, so at least
Yeah,
then it's
Yeah.
we have
I'm
time.
Yeah.
a
So basically, we're just pushing it back to a date that we don't know, but we can make a prediction about when that will happen at least.
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
checking the schedule, and all I'm gonna tell you is that Aiden will not be in therapy session this week. Uh,
No.
I
Car,
second that.
uh, you're gonna have to get ready.
Um, it is. Oh boy. Oh god. Am I gonna have to spill my guts about everything else too?
Get
Welcome to the
there.
club, buddy.
Is that
Is
the
The
it
Chiefs, though,
okay?
you gotta get ready.
Okay.
You
I
gotta
admit I have like clinical depression.
As for you, Luke, you're safe. You got the bye.
hmm I am very
But yeah,
safe.
yeah. I'm
We have
sorry.
a
You're
winning
gonna
record,
be.
so
Yeah,
I'm fine. Unless the Canucks
you're
start
welcome.
to crap the bed again, then it's gonna be like,
It,
oh no, here comes the Canucks. Ha 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 ha
to be
ha.
honest, it shouldn't even be called therapy session. It just should be car sausage appreciation day because it's gonna be
Yeah.
hell for
Oh
him.
yeah, after when me and Spencer, what we're about to do in the coming days,
Yeah, I forgot Christmas
we're
is.
about
Yeah.
to do the worst thing imaginable. We're about to get our pool for our the hockey pool list for Chaos League 2.0.
Well, the nice thing is that I should be able
Oh,
to
you're gonna
use some
teach
of
me that,
my
yeah.
spreadsheet finesse and be able to
Make it easier for me because last year was oh boy, oh boy,
yeah.
it
Um,
was
and
rough.
and also I have strategery, just like George W. Bush would say.
So anything that could help with spreadsheet work for this would go a long way because the plan is anything that helps the players, like anything that helps me go with this process faster, is the best and will be much appreciated. I think I have a couple ideas to make it more organized, certainly from last year, to help it go faster. We just are going to do the fun process of creating teams, and also because I think we might do a 2-hour one, and then hopefully we'll see if NHL 24 is done downloading, and we'll just jump straight into creating the 5 new teams for Chaos League, which as you will have a say in one of your teams who get picked, the logos, jersey colors, etc.
Just know that greatness precedes you in SpongeBob's Inside Out asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nothing's ever topping that.
Nothing's ever topping the Salt Lake City Seals. I was panicking, looking everywhere for like a picture of it, looking at it again. But I was like, wait a minute, I have NHL 23 still. I still have everything that's still there. But yeah, we're not going to beat the what we did with Salt Lake City. That was.
Which, what is called? Well, you guys see the Coyotes who moved to Salt Lake City?
Yeah, I've heard the rumors. I have heard those rumors.
Like I said, I'm more Camp Kansas City myself.
I'm more of just let the Coyotes exist and keep expanding.
I mean, what really pushed me towards I think Coyotes in Kansas City is going to happen is the fact that Mahomes tweeted out, I think Kansas City should have some hockey again. Who's with me? I got money.
Mm-hmm.
My apologies to Patrick Mahomes II for that terrible impersonation.
Yeah, and now he's about to sue us. Congratulations.
Oh boy.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man.
I'll plead the fifth.
Back where you key.
By the way, my biggest concern about Kansas City is the fact that, the Blues exist, and I'm pretty sure, the Blues are going to maul if there's going to be another team in Missouri.
I agree. However, personally, they can cope and see for all I care. So that's
Yeah,
just
they
my
can
opinion.
sit and spin for all I know.
As the thing, they've gotten
I'm
to Stanley
sorry.
Cup. They'll be fine.
I'm sorry, Jake. I'm sorry.
They'll be fine. They'll be fine. They'll be fine.
Yeah, Binners can fucking cry and do some dirty shit all he wants.
Anyways, now let's get on to the first good old fashioned, the pick'ems.
Do we have to?
Yes, we
Dad.
do. Of course we do. All right,
Yeah,
so
put
we
the
have
picture up, man.
4 college football games. And let's get started. First up, Notre Dame ranked. Was it ranked? Hold up. Let me get the proper. Pull this up on my phone.
Lucas.
That's the one thing I didn't do.
Oh, no.
Here's the thing. I wish there was an app that's like a commonly used app that would switch its letter to S, so I can put that app next to the ESPN app next to the Twitter app, so it spells out.
You little
sex.
rascal! I can't believe you do something like this again.
Nice, Nick.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, come on, bro.
Quit being a goober.
Okay, so we have number 25 Louisville versus number 10 Notre Dame.
Dude, it's pronounced Louisville.
I don't give a shit. It's Notre Dame.
I'm gonna take Louisville. Yeah. I'm
You're
taking
going with
Louisville.
but Notre Dame beat
Hey, Louis.
I don't know. I just can't trust Nacho Lane.
but like Notre Dame, but this is like number 25 Louisville.
Well, I don't know. I just want chaos. To be fair, I just want chaos. Like I said, I don't really know much about college football. I just want the chaos.
All right, Louisville. All right, Aiden picks Louisville. Nick, what do you got?
I expect it to be close, but I'm gonna go Notre Dame. If I'm wrong, I will seize.
Yeah, Spencer.
I'm also going Notre Dame because they finally beat an opponent. Hooray! I don't know if they should feel good about it, but they did it.
Do you want to know who they play next week?
But yeah, I guess I take Louisville. No, wait, I take Notre Dame.
Next week, Notre Dame plays USC.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Really fun.
Oh, yeah. Notre Dame's in terms of playing like really good teams. Notre Dame's fine. They're
Yeah,
off
I
my hit
agree.
list for now.
Just
I
they're
agree.
not a primetime team. They're
But they beat Duke in prime time.
Yeah, I know that is true. It's just I will say that will be fun come next week. But yeah, Notre Dame, I'm still going with them.
Mm-hmm. Right, and also, who do you have?
Uh, I'm a model, never trust Notre Dame. But at the same time, it's the same. The stat model also applies to Louisville, except like 5 times more. Like obviously, I trust more than to be Ohio State more than Louisville to be Notre Dame. So Notre Dame.
excuse me, could you set your language thing to planet Earth?
Okay, Kenny, this is not South Park.
I
Oh,
got
God.
about half of that.
Okay, let me try to communicate with him in Kenny.
No wait, I got this.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
Fucking God!
That
It was
was
a
a
funny thing.
mistake.
Sorry, Asa, but you sounded like when like I'm just out of range of a radio station.
Sounded like you got kidnapped by a fucking group or
I'm
something.
a
I
bit
don't know.
sick, so like.
By fucking twerking Freddy Fazbear, you got fucking
Oh
captured
God!
by
More the mic
twerking.
than anything. More the mic
Oh
than anything.
God!
I
Go
got.
on.
Was it Notre Dame?
He got captured by Notre fucking Dame.
It was Notre Dame, right?
Huh?
It was Notre Dame, right?
I don't know because you didn't put the live stream up.
What?
What?
You didn't just. You're not screen sharing your screen, so I can't see it.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Notre Dame, Louisville.
Alright. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Notre Dame.
All right.
Which was Louisville again?
Number 25.
Hey,
It's okay. Chaos is necessary.
All right. So Notre Dame lock. I'm assuming Notre Dame lock. All right, next, the Red River rivalry. Ooh.
can I root for the giant meteor in this one?
I don't blame you.
True.
Who's the Red River rivalry again?
Oklahoma versus Texas.
Yeah, fuck them both.
I'm fine. I think this is gonna be a fun one. I'm going Texas. I'm fine with Texas.
I Texas as well. Let's go Texas and see. I just want to do the Texas accent, and also because I have a favor to my good friend Jake. Cause
Oh no,
he's gonna love it when
Jake cheers for Oklahoma State.
yeah, well, 'cause our good friend Jake's gonna love the Oklahoma shit. That's why I'm thinking Texas.
I'm pretty sure they hate both of them over in Oklahoma State. You know.
True. They don't.
Yeah, ever since they left the Big 12 for dead, they've just been public enemy number one.
That's very
Yeah,
true.
sure.
That's true.
I'm
Yeah.
for that.
Nick, who do you got in a Red River rivalry? Right? Rivalry?
Yes, it is that.
Okay.
I expect this to be a close game. I expect Oklahoma will be very mad entering this game, considering they got blown out 49-0 last year against Texas. However, unless some King of the Hill shenanigans happen, like that one game against Texas and Nebraska in that episode, I'm going Texas. I just think that something about Texas this year feels different. And
They're back.
Knowing my luck, because I said that, it will backfire spectacularly. However, actually, no. I bet you've been good in predictions this year, actually. So you know what? Now, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going Texas. Screw this.
I think, in my honest, humble opinion, Texas should be ranked number 1. That's just me, though. That's just me. I don't think Georgia should be 1. At least 2. I'm okay with Michigan being 1 ahead of them, but I honestly think that I think Texas should be top 2 easily. All right, Spencer, who do you got? Texas.
I guess Texas. Ugh.
Longhorns. Osneal, who do you got? Texas or Oklahoma? I think.
Well, before I say my pick, I just find funny what Nick said that Oklahoma would be mad after that blowout, and the first thing I thought to myself was, well, if only if only Oklahoma could actually use that angry energy for something positive, for once, which they're not gonna do. So of course Texas.
Very good. All right, this one's really interesting. I think this was would be the most intriguing. Well, outside the Red River rivalry, LSU and Missouri. That's at 9-2. Schedule makers are trash. That's trash. There's no way this game's at 9. Oh wow. All right, LSU, Missouri. I'm gonna go. I don't know, Missouri.
Yeah, give me Missouri. I don't trust LSU. I think the fact that they're a top 10 is kind of sus. You know,
They're
like
number
They're top
21.
25. 23. LSU's 23.
23?
Missouri's
Oh, sorry, my
21.
bad. Missouri.
it's still kind of sus that they're ranked. I think.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I'm thinking
You really
Missouri.
don't think that the rankings are corrupt? Come on, man.
Well,
And everyone knows.
I'm sure I'm not the first one to make that allegation.
I know,
You know?
like it's
Yeah.
it's usually say the top 4 is really corrupt, but now it's like when there's gonna be a top 12, it should be pretty ideal of what teams should be in the playoffs and what teams will be in the playoffs.
Yeah, it just
Nothing
kind of
to
feels
compare
like
it.
typical, Joe Burrow, he won a national championship with us. Rank us high.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me. I'm pretty surprised, I suppose, with the transfer portal, and LSU's had to play pretty tough opponents, but they have been able to like really get the job done this year.
Yeah, haven't been able to get the job done. Sounds like a very Brian Kelly trend right there, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like,
You almost
I
lost
think
to Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
how?
I don't think LSU is gonna. If they were to lose, I don't think they're gonna get ranked for the rest of the year. Which
Yeah, I would agree. The thing with this
Yeah.
game is Missouri is 5-0, though not gonna lie, Missouri does feel like a very suspicious 5-0 if you ask me, because outside of Kansas State, outside of their win against Kansas State, I'm not exactly sold on them, to be honest. Like something, and this is just also me using past tense because I'm not gonna lie. The Eli Drinkworth's trend or his coaching time at Missouri has been a mixed bag at best, and I've seen how inconsistent Missouri can be. And the thing with LSU is they have a great offense. Jalen Daniels is a beast. Problem is their defense can't stop for shit, so I expect this to be a high-scoring game. And you know what? For the sake of it, for the sake of not having everyone pick Missouri, I'll go LSU.
and also, who do you have again?
I go Missouri.
Missouri.
I know I typed in LSU when you asked me earlier today.
I didn't think you were joining. That's why. But no, you're here. So that's.
No, I'm here. I'm
That's all.
going Missouri. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
Cool. Okay. And last game we have number 1 Georgia versus number 20 Kentucky.
Okay,
Georgia.
let's go again.
Georgia.
Come on.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I
Seriously,
want Georgia.
Georgia.
I want Georgia to lose this game. I
I
really
do
do. Georgia's not looked confident to start the season. Well, they've still looked fine. They're still a really good team. They're still Georgia, but they have looked very human compared to recent years.
Mhm.
And while I think Kentucky will give them a good fight, I got Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a lie. There's the few things that the only team Georgia can really lose to is Michigan, maybe Ohio State, Florida State. To be honest, I can see USC and Northern Illinois. That's about.
Oh, also,
That's the only
there's no
thing
way
they
they're
can
beating
do.
Washington. Georgia's not beating Washington.
I'm gonna ignore that. That's bias at that point.
Yeah, I just saying with Georgia
Yeah.
is they're talented, but last week against Auburn, if it was not for Brock Bowers, they would have lost that game for sure.
Wait,
Also-
Washington is ranked higher than Oregon?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Washington
right
7.
there, Washington,
Okay,
Oregon.
okay.
Yeah.
Also,
They're
They're
Howie
playing next
Roseman,
week, by the way.
Yeah, those two.
Howie Roseman has to be salivating, looking at all these players he can draft.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
It's a Howie Roseman tradition, all right.
All right, Spencer. Who are the two? What's your two, buddy?
Georgia.
No. Like NFL.
NFL, like the.
Oh, NFL?
NFL.
Shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, you caught me with my pants down. What are you,
You want me to
doing,
pick it
step
for you?
bro? What are you?
Want me to
No,
pick it for
I
you?
got him. It's good.
Okay.
It's good.
I'm just saying, I looked at the schedule, Fane. I looked at the national schedule, Fane, and stuff. So.
Baltimore, Pittsburgh,
All right.
and Kansas City, Minnesota.
Oh, so everybody picks Kansas City. Got it.
No,
Yeah.
not me.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah, fuck you, Taylor Swift.
All right. First one, Baltimore, Pittsburgh.
Ravens.
Ravens.
Ravens. Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, seriously, it's the Ravens. I wanted to do the Yinzer accent, but yeah, Ravens.
That's the same thing
can't
as
wait.
saying, do you trust Matt Canada?
I can't wait to hear the Fire Matt Canada
Hell
chants on
fucking
Sunday.
no. No one trusts Matt Canada.
Not even
So
me.
we're either gonna get Tree Rage or We Hoopin' Rage. I can't tell which one would be better.
Mm. All right,
Feasting
Kansas City
regardless.
versus Minnesota. Kansas City.
Yeah, we already did that Chiefs. Chiefs sweep right there. Except
We're
for
either
Spencer.
going 2-0 or 0-2. Jesus. Maybe even 1-1 if we get lucky. But come on.
So they're going Minnesota, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
believe.
Damn
it.
You, why? I was once like you, Spencer. I chose the Bears for many times. For like, I think 3 weeks straight. I regret that.
We figured it out, man. We beat the goddamn Panthers.
I should have chose them. I should have chosen them for last game. Should have chosen them as my upset. Don't worry, I'm like 3-1 in upset, so I'll be fine.
Am I reading this right? Bills are favored by 5.5.
Yes, they are. In London.
London,
Apparently.
isn't it?
Huh.
Yeah. Bloody hell.
All right. Let's see. Who are we? Who's all right? Upsets. Who are
We are Fox Sports.
Oh yeah, did we pick for Kansas City, Minnesota already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's Kansas City.
Oh yeah, you betcha.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's Kansas. I'm sorry, Spencer. I'm thinking everyone's side of this. We're picking Kansas City.
Okay.
They don't believe in us.
We'll see.
I'm gonna go
What
Jackson.
the hell? Betting numbers? What the fuck? I don't care about money. I care about point spread. Damn it!
Yeah, this is the. I got spread right here. There's spread.
No, but how big does the spread have to be considered?
3.5.
an upset? Okay, wait. Go slower. Please.
All right.
Go down to the Falcons one.
Falcons.
Yeah. No, that one was this
1.5.
4.5?
1.
1? Oh, fuck. That's the fourth.
I can speed run this. It's Cowboys.
No.
Vikings are picking.
No.
Rams. That's an upsettable one.
No.
Giants.
Mm.
Panthers.
No.
Jags. So that's it.
I'm picking the Jags. Fuck it.
Yeah, Jags. It's the only one that actually seems legit. Well, not even that. Just, yeah.
You know what? I'm going deep. Give me Giants.
Oh, God. Oh, God. You're picking the team where their defensive coordinator is literally saying, I can't sleep at night because I'm having to think of how to stop the Dolphins.
Yeah, you have Giants in the wrong spot.
Oh, God.
Oh,
who am I
shit.
picking?
Whoops.
Screw it, Jaguars for upset. Why not?
Okay, I'm changing my Dallas. There has to be some difference here. We're not. We're not.
Hey,
I know.
I'm the difference, damn it! I'm the difference.
I'll pick the. I'll
All
pick.
right.
I'm switching my. I'll switch mine to the Cowboys. All right. 2 wild cards. I'm going. Let's see. I'm gonna go Texans, and I'm gonna go.
Patriots, deadass.
Sure, Patriots.
Oh, it worked. Let's go.
Sure, I'll go Patriots, cause it's a spread. It's this difference is like one. I like picking the really close games that by spread wise, cause there's some disparity. And I said, who did I say? I said Houston.
Yes.
All right, Aiden.
All right, I'll go.
Oh, Nick.
Aiden,
I'm I'm picking Detroit and Miami.
All right, Nick.
All right, 49ers over the Cowboys. We know Dallas can't beat the Niners. And you know what? Fuck it. This would have been an upset. And this actually would have been an upset, but fuck it. You know what? Cooper Kupp reads the Rams. I'm going Rams. Fuck it.
Spencer.
Lions, Panthers, bit of a cat fight. I'm going Lions. And you know what? I'm gonna follow in Nick's footsteps, and I'm also gonna say the Rams.
Hey, I'm gonna help you out here a little bit, Nick. Choose the Rams as your upset instead.
Okay, fine.
Okay, Rams.
Rams are my upset.
Picking another one.
Yeah, because that way you have an extra slot in which you can get a game that you surefire for no is gonna win that game.
Oh boy. Who the hell do I want? I'm not picking. I'm actually. You know what? Fuck it, Lions. Okay, screw it. We're going. I'm going safe here. I'm going Detroit. They're not favored by more than 10 somehow.
All right, Ozza, I dare you to do all your wildcard games that are under 3. The spread is under 3.
It is unfortunate. It is unfortunate that I have no pride and you have no money for me. I'm going San Fran, Detroit.
Okay.
Dude, he called you
have
fucking
no
penny.
leverage.
He called you bro, bro.
Luke is
Fuck.
coping and seething right now. Currently, very, very coping and
You're
seething.
angry.
You are
Going
coping.
undefeated.
It's rare for me to show me like a lot of
I'm
anger.
going undefeated this week.
It's rare for me to show a lot of anger. It's pretty rare. I tend not to.
Oh.
I tend to be rather reserved.
Oh yeah, except when the Leafs keep winning Stanley Cups when you're not on the team.
Dude, I swear to God, if Chaos League
Alright.
if Chaos League 2.0 dictates that
what's
one of us.
What's your topic for today?
What's our
Alright,
next topic?
Can I do welcome Matt?
knock yourself out. Go for it.
Yeah.
Sure. go for it.
We have some exciting news from the land of the hand, Grand Rapids, Michigan. We have an advancement in the soccer stadium that is planned for downtown Grand Rapids. Woohoo! Exciting.
Ace.
And it's set to be located right off the highway over in Grand Valley State. Currently set to have an unknown capacity, but I think moving forward, this will not only be a good soccer venue, but also if there's a minor league football team that wants to move into town, I think that would be a good venue for them as well.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, they're looking at certain possibilities. Of course, we do know that they're, the U.S. Foxball merger. Nothing new yet. I mean, all Twitter accounts for all teams are still fairly active.
Including a roast from the Mr. Beast team, as if they weren't the Mr. Beast team.
Oh yeah, and speaking of Mr. Beast, should I mention the fact that he's sponsoring the Charlotte Hornets now?
How dare
I'm
they
sad.
they stand where they once stood? False idols.
Yes, that's how you know it's Jover for the Mr. Beast team. They're not even sponsored by Mr. Beast. It's Jover.
Yeah.
It's Grover.
Yep, it's
It's
Grover.
Grover.
Vipers admin in shambles. Twitter admin in
Who know?
shambles.
I mean, they're still active,
Fuck.
so it's up in the air.
Let's
Yeah, who
not
knows?
lie. The Vegas Vipers admin is seriously one of the funniest people out there.
Oh yeah, he
Like
is funny.
oh my god. I like literally. I think I follow him. Like him and the Battlehawks. Like the banter between them is insane. Like tell me which
Obviously,
other
I'm biased.
NFL MLB has any other banter like that? Like, come on.
I gotta give it to
Uh,
the Battlehawks because I am a biased asshole.
Mm.
So I found a weird topic. Not the Bears, but it's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be directed a little bit towards Luke.
Alright.
I am seeing a lot of Jerry DePoto hate right now. He said something, and apparently
Yeah.
patience is running very thin with
Well,
DePoto in the organization right now.
here's here's my thing with it. It's I understand that it feels like the Mariners have been waiting ages, right? Like this was the first year where this team had expectations placed onto them, and this is the first year that they've completely whiffed on the expectations that the fans have placed onto them this year.
It's not. Are you seriously saying this about the Mariners?
Hold on.
I think he's speaking about the current
The
core.
current
That's what he
core.
means.
Oh,
The current core, right? 2021 was the nicest. It was one of the best years the Mariners. Well, not in terms of record wise for fans to watch, right? Because there was no expectations, and they were winning games in incredibly chaotic ways. They had a run differential of -91. This team was not a 90-win team. They missed the playoffs by a game. Like, it's fine. The organization bought into some pieces they acquired in the offseason, like Abraham Toro. They banked on a lot of things. Half of them hit, half of them didn't work. They traded for their trade was originally for Jesse Winker, that they made in the spring of the next season. Guess who's no longer the team? Jesse Winker. So the trade for Eniano Suarez, right? They
thanks for Tinky Winky, by the way.
Oh, no problem. Fuck you for Colton Wong. You guys are fucking bum. It's not even on the team anymore.
Freaking sweet.
Freaking, they gambled on Toro, who is on the Brewers right now. They gambled on Justin Upton being a veteran death beast. Guess what? He got cut. It's
We just have Billy Hamilton as well for a moment.
lots of things that happened, but they bought Luis Castillo this summer, this year, and Julio Rodriguez was a rookie sensation. This year they're like, okay, Julio Rodriguez should be the same, should be extremely fairly productive. Ty France hadn't had a all-star caliber season. You had
The dumper.
Cal Raleigh. He had a really good it was consistently improving. Statistically, he's one of the best catchers in the game. And you have the deadly rotation of Luis Castillo, Robbie Ray, Logan Gilbert, George Kirby. Guess who got hurt in the first inning of his first time on the mound? Robbie Ray. Out for the season, Tommy John. They were using Tom Murphy. Sorry, not Tom Murphy. It was a lot of minor league pieces that they were betting on. Evan White was eventually going to be on the major league roster. Probably was going to spend 3 months in AAA. First weekend, freak accident. Out for the season. Gone. Nowhere near to be found. The quote-unquote minor league depth that's supposed to help. Colton Wong, You know, we can fix it. We fixed Daniel Suarez. We can fix Colton Wong. Never fixed Colton Wong. Was cut basically at the end of the trade deadline. We had to rely on guys like Caballero. We had to rely on Sam Haggerty. Taylor Trammell still can't make a big league roster. It's the minor league prospects are starting to look like more like whiffs than hits, which, you know, it happens with a lot of teams. But this is especially for the Mariners right now, where you put saying, hey, we made the playoffs last year. There's no reason why we shouldn't make it this year. There was the false hope in August where they beat up a bunch of bad teams. The only one impressive thing was sweeping Houston in Houston, which was really, really nice. And then September happened, and I said they just had to be 500. And they were utterly miserable. Julio, the team goes with the whims of Julio. If Julio's ice cold, this team goes nowhere. And that's what happened. Julio kind of gets cold. They have to rely on like consistent heroics from the depth pieces. And depth pieces will probably only have 1 or 2 heroics per year. And you're relying on depth pieces to do what Julio does every day, which is come out clutch, carry this team to victories, and blah blah blah. I think what Jerry's saying, the words that Jerry should have said is, hey, we right now have a very, very good farm system right now. Both our low A and high A bats are going to be ready to be on this team in 2025. We're going to evaluate where everybody's at in 2024, and then decide what we're going to do for 2025. Because a lot of the key prospects are going to be in Double A next year. And those are going to be the guys that are probably going to be reinforcing this team down the line next year if it comes to that. They certainly do have tradable assets that they can trade away at the deadline if it does come to that. But for right now, it's I get it. Like the Mariners, we've been waiting for this team to be a long-term competitive team for so long, and fans are just sick and tired of waiting. They're sick and tired of waiting, and I get the frustration. I understand it, and Jerry Dipoto is one of the higher winning baseball presidents since from 10 years. 54% percentile is very good. It's still a very good winning percentage in baseball, but I think fans are like, we're sick and tired of this. We how long do we have to wait before we see this team go on a genuine deep playoff run, where what they do in the playoffs has more meaning than completely crapping the bed? I get it, but it's right now we breathe. Bobby Miller's going to be really good. Evan White will be ready for spring training. I hope he stays healthy. I pray that he stays healthy, because he's going to be an important reinforcement piece for this team. Robbie Ray's going to be out till after the All-Star break, or around August, as I imagine, when they try to bring him back. It's just right now, you're asking this fan base for patience when the fan base has no patience to spare. That's what I get it, and I understand it, but we can't be super aggressive in free agency, because I believe the organization is preparing extensions for Cal Raleigh and Ty France this offseason. So I don't think they're going to be big on spending on free agents. All I have to say is I think they should really avoid looking at veteranosity for now, because the veteran guys haven't hit for whatsoever. So
Well, Luke, grit and sandpaper.
I know grit and sandpaper can only get you so far.
Spencer, this isn't hockey. This isn't hockey. You can't grit and sandpaper your way out of this.
I think a lot of it is
Nonsense. I'm Brendan Shanahan, and grit is the answer to everything.
Let me say this, because I want to say this, Luke, because the thing is, I get what Jerry was trying to say in that statement. I just feel he phrased it in the worst way possible. That's how I see it. Like, I get what he's
100%.
trying to say. I understand that, yes, fans aren't, they want to win. I don't see us as like a World Series team yet. I just don't see that. There's a lot of prospects we have. There's a lot of, like, farm system, all that. Like, the potential is there. Yes, I'm disappointed we didn't make the playoffs. Yes, that's a real swing and a miss right there. If he said something like that, it would be a lot more understandable. But it's just the way he phrased the statement, like saying
Mhm.
how, oh, this isn't like, you shouldn't see this as like a world, you shouldn't want this to be a World Series team. Like saying something like that. That's just like, dude, why would you phrase it like that? That's
Bro is
my
literally me.
Manroll's press release ever, asked to leave MLB owner club.
Yeah, I mean the fans are not really as I know we have Julio and whatnot, but the big thing is that we have Julio Rodriguez to a lifeline contract that the organization got out of the way. So as much as I feel that it just stinks, we just got. I think it's asking for patience for an impatient fan base. Kind of the wrong move.
Yeah, for real.
Like, I get it. Like, if the Mariners like made the playoffs, even if they went out in the round one at the very least, okay, we still made the playoffs. Next year we'll go for the series wins and all that. You get the drill. You get what I'm trying to say
Yeah.
here. Like, this
They
is
do
not a World Series
hashtag
team,
the thing.
but do not try and tell fans like, oh, you shouldn't want a World Series. That's not what you should be telling fans when you're trying to talk about your future. Like, that's the wrong move right there. It's like,
Yeah,
you get the point.
I
I
think
haven't
the
seen
wording
a press
should've-
conference go that bad since that time Derek Carr said, if you don't follow the Raiders to Vegas, you're not a true Raiders fan.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, it's
that's
not a
great.
press conference, but there's a certain interview that I'll get to later about a certain football player that I just want to talk about, but we'll get
Is
to
it the
that later.
Roach? Is it the Roach?
It is not the Roach, but it will.
Oh.
It is a guy that I'm pretty sure. Holy shit! This Nebraska Illinois game is so bad. Oh my
I'm
god, this
I
telling
game's so
know.
you.
bad.
This
Nebraska
is
just fumbled. Oh my god, this is like the billion turnover of the game, and Illinois
didn't they
recovered.
fumble
Jesus
it too?
Christ.
That's
Why
not what he
am I a
wanted to
fan of
cook.
this team? Why?
Oh my god, this
Why?
is the funniest worst. This is one of the funniest worst games I've seen in a while.
I imagine like fans of either team is just like looking up to the sky and screaming God for God to put them out of their misery.
Yeah, throw the damn towel. Just take a knee on every play for the rest of the game.
Yeah, didn't Nebraska also have like an interception too?
Yeah, there's like a billion turnovers in this game.
Dear Lord.
No.
Somehow this is Matt Canada's fault.
Agreed.
Yeah, somehow, some way, this is his fault. So I feel like we've said what we've said about the Mariners. So what do we want to talk about next? Do we want to keep on the MLB talk, or do we want to talk NFL?
All right.
Let's hear about your thing.
I want to hear. I wanted to mention one thing
Yeah,
about the MLB
this is your
for
thing
1 second.
It's our week, bro. It's our
The
week.
wild
Yes.
card was the most uneventful thing I've ever.
Yeah, no, it sucked. We will never talk about it ever again.
Yeah.
Like,
It was so.
yeah, no.
That was kind of like.
It
nothing
sucked so much that
happened.
people were begging for one game wild cards again. You know, like
Yeah.
like it sucked, but not that much. Come on.
No, it's
I would say the most entertaining part though was probably the most entertaining part of this wild card weekend was seeing Blue Jay fans question their life decisions and seeing people talk about the Rays attendance. That was funny.
For me, it was obviously my dad, being from Minnesota, he's been a longtime Twins fan, So seeing him this happy about baseball was really special for me. I haven't
My
seen him get this excited in years.
my favorite
Yeah,
part of this wild card was when Corbin Carroll hit that two run home run shot against Corbin Burns, and then next batter hit a solo home run, and Tommy Pham actually uh, doing something for once. Like that was my favorite part. Like, that was fun.
Oh yeah, we gotta mention the fact that
Oh,
Urinating Tree completely killed the Brewers and Rays seasons.
yeah.
oh,
What a jinx.
What's up?
I'm sorry for last week, y'all.
But other
Yeah.
than that, it was boring as hell. Yep.
Yeah,
Anyways, my favorite part about wildcard weekend about the wildcard week was I'd say the Twins finally getting the win back in their name. Congrats, y'all.
Also, did you
And
see that final pitch? 101 miles an hour. What
Oh
the
yeah.
holy
fuck?
shit, holy shit.
Yeah.
When did
Actually,
they learn to throw that fast?
I have no freaking clue.
I just
But
want
you
to
know
say
my
I never thought Tree could somehow make an MLB playoff prediction worse than picking Arizona and Cleveland for the World Series in 2017. Yet here we are.
I mean, look at his NHL predictions his first time around doing the Haters Guide.
actually my second favorite thing about the wildcard weekend was the Twins being absolute fucking idiots and saying we want Houston.
Oh no.
Don't say
Oh
that.
boy.
Oh no.
Although will say a close second for me is the fact that Kirk Cousins said it was so hard to be there because all the fans kept they noticed us and they just kept being like, "Hey Kirk, how you doing?"
We want. Okay, newsflash saying we want is a really bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who it is. It's gonna backfire spectacularly in your face. But
I really
Unless you
Yeah.
chant "We want," unless you say you chant like "We want spinach dip," then you always win.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, we love spinach dip over here.
Uh, this uh this episode of the Untitled Sickos project is brought to you by Spinach Dip. Spinach dip.
Okay, now you're tempting me to get spinach dip.
just use code "I'm robbing you" and you can get free spinach dip. Just don't let the cops know.
Just use code skill issue to save 50% off on your next purchase. Yeah,
All right,
code
y'all.
skill
So
issue,
are we still laughing at the Twins for saying we want Houston?
No, we're laughing at stealing spinach dip. Robbery funny.
By the way, I just want to say this before we move to
Funny.
the next topic. Blue Jays, please get rid of your Brandon Staley knockoff as manager and whoever your GM is who hired him. That decision to pull Barrios after like 47 pitches or something is makes the decision of the Rays
47?
pulling Blake Snell in the World Series look like a great master move right there.
They
Genuinely.
put Yusei Kikuchi in, right?
Yeah, and it backfired.
Oh.
Honestly, I don't even blame him for that. I blame the manager for fucking up that process like that. That's just what the fuck are you doing?
That is pretty. I can see that is pretty one of the.
Sorry
But
about
yeah,
that.
that's the Toronto sports moment right there. Just a classic. Another edition of Toronto sports being the Toronto sports that we all know and love.
1,000%. 1,000%. Other than
Anyways,
that,
I'd say it's time we laugh at some commies now.
And they're
Okay.
not talking about me for once.
Haha, you lost the Bears. Haha.
One thing I will say though is I'm pretty dumbfounded, you know. I am very not happy with
Befuddled.
like I honestly like right the commies. What I want to say about the game is if I am Ryan, if I am Luke Getzi and Matt Eberflus, I am sending a nice, well packaged with the greatest love in the world fruit basket to Joey Sly for missing that field goal. Send him the biggest fruit basket. You send him the nicest fruit basket ever. Send them on a Royal Caribbean cruise. Send him on the nicest cruise in the world. He's
That sounds nice right now.
All right.
Personally, what I would do is I would give Jack Del Rio a ticket to Florida. That's all I'm doing. There's some context behind saying giving him a ticket to Florida, but those who know Jack Del Rio very well will understand that context.
Is that about the whole 1-6 incident?
Yeah, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. I just wanted to make that joke real quick, but
Please don't, Susan. We only mentioned it briefly.
Yeah, I mentioned it for 5 seconds. Okay, and now it's time to move on to the next point I want to say. So, after yesterday, I gotta say this. I might love football now. I just might. Cause goddamn, I'm still in shock about how that game went about. Like I really cannot believe that fucking happened, especially considering going in that game 0-4, everything is going to shit. It feels like we're at rock bottom for now. And of course, playing a team that I vividly remember having playing one of the worst football games last season I have ever seen in my life, a game we also lost. So going into this game, it's like, well, shit. I'm expecting the worst, but I will say, and may God rest his soul, rest in peace, Dick Butkus, one of the greatest defensive players in NFL history.
And one of the funniest names of all time.
Yes, one of the funniest, and a guy so great that he will make people completely forget the fact that his name is Dick, and the fact that they will be completely scared by the fact that he's running right at them to tackle him like a motherfucker. And it's also, I just want to say that was my dad's favorite Chicago Bear of all time. I posted it in my Discord server, and I posted it on Twitter. I have that figure of him, which I placed on the table yesterday, and yeah, very something I'm very proud to have. Very happy that I'm very happy I got the, even though I never got to see him play, obviously, the fact that I got to know just how great of a player he was, just how great of a guy off the field he was. It's a real shame he's gone, but it is touching to see, how many teams are honoring him and stuff, and it is nice to see that. And it's just, I just want to say that before I get back to the game. To sum it up, and I remember hearing Chris Berman said this yesterday. It's like the Bears teams he played on were really, really bad. But even then, the Bears were arguably the most feared team to play because they knew damn well that man was waiting to tackle them. And I think that really sums it up for him right there. One of the all-time greats, and may God rest his soul. But yeah, after that news broke, it's just, I was like, okay, we have to win this game. We have to win this football game for him. If there's any night for us to break that losing streak, it's tonight. And guess what? We motherfucking did it. Oh my God, we motherfucking did it. I mean, that first half, I mean, I gotta say, it was, I knew we were not out of the woods until the fourth quarter, but my God, that first half was beautiful, and seeing just how great Fields played, just how great DJ Moore was doing, and seeing Washington fans boo the shit out of their team, that was based. But obviously, I knew the game wasn't over, and we saw in the third quarter, here comes Washington, here they come. Oh God, it's last week all over again. I will say, when they made it 27-14, I was very glad they took the points and did not try it on fourth down, because I have a feeling with momentum on their side, they may have been able to get it, but I don't blame them for taking the points in that situation. But obviously, it's 30-20, and obviously Washington's driving. Thankfully, the Bears don't give up the touchdown there, but Washington gets the chance to make it a one-score game with the field goal, and as noted, Joey Sly misses the field goal. And I just want to say, in that moment, when that happened, you could just feel such a weight was just taken off the shoulders of so many people in Chicago. It's like, finally, finally, a break. We got our fucking break, our first break of the season for us. And we go down, we try and kill some time, and obviously you have that fourth down, or actually, no, sorry, third down, and I'll say I will give Luke Getsy his praise here because that took a lot of balls to make that play happen. But as you saw, Fields throws to DJ Moore. Kyle Ford takes a shot, but he can't get him. And as you expect, DJ Moore rambles down the sideline all the way for his third touchdown of the game in a 230-yard receiving night. And that really just sums it up right there. Why you traded for DJ Moore. And my God, we fucking did it. Like, my God, happiness for once on the timeline for Bears fans. Seth Rollins can say he loves football for the first time in about a year. Just, my God, what a night that was. That was
Yep.
incredible.
You mind if I say something about the game?
Sure.
It kind of reminded me a lot of the 1999 Chicago Bears game, right after Sweetness passed.
Yeah.
If you remember that one, they played against the Packers, and it was a really close game, and people thought the Packers were going to win it on a field goal, and then almost as if Walter Payton himself came out to play defense, they blocked the field goal, and the Bears won. Just an absolutely magical moment.
Definitely. And I've seen that get thrown around in the past day, and I agree with that. Just, my God, it's just like, and seeing guys like, I mean, Fields having a great game, DJ Moore having what, in my opinion, is the greatest game a Bears receiver has ever had with 230 yards, 3 touchdowns, and also very thankful to have him on my fantasy team, Tegan. I am so sorry that you have to face me this week. I truly am, but sometimes you gotta make sacrifices for the greater good.
He can be taking so
And
many L's. Last week was
yeah,
hell for him. He lost
oh
in the
yeah,
last day by like
yeah, I saw that.
By the
But
way,
yeah,
I'm gonna have to go.
right.
Late out here in the Midwest. But before I do, all I gotta say is, after this game, I am looking forward to sweeping the Vikings for this season. All right. Good night. Have a good day.
All right, go fuck yourself. Have a nice night.
Let's go. You'll have to see it.
That was
All right.
funny.
Yes, that was funny. But yeah, that was like just about everything you could ask for from the Bears on a day where many Bears fans were, coming off rock bottom and also mourning the loss of one of their greatest players. It's all you could have asked for, and I love that. I love that they went out there and for the first time in a year showed up and played the game they're supposed to play.
And
Now,
finally put that dumbass statistic to rest.
yes. Who has that now? Oh shit! I gotta post that meme. Yeah, the fucking Twitter meme is dead. Thank fucking God I don't have to see that meme anymore. I got so tired of seeing that meme.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's time to talk about Washington, cause yeah, that was talk about laying an egg on Thursday Night Football. I talk about the Commanders just completely shitting themselves like that. That was a yikes from them.
Well,
Truly.
I want to add something to the game. I just had to step away. I had to take a phone call for a second. My thing with it is how close the Bears were to actually losing this game, because we saw last week's game. We all saw it together, right? And it was happening again. Missed field goal.
We did.
Saved the season. Saves their jobs for now.
I've made some couscous.
But how, if you're Ron Rivera, do you not deliver a halftime speech? We have new owners. We have new owners who are on the good spectrum. Understand that you're playing for your job. I think you're just a way. He's like a better coach than people let on to be. I think Sam Howell deserves a lot more credit for how well he's playing. He's playing a lot better. Eric Bieniemy is like rallying him, saying, "Hey, you make mistakes. It's like go back out there and we'll adjust some things and we'll tweak a couple of stuff, so on and so forth." It really feels like I think that the next coach of Washington is going to be Eric Bieniemy.
I agree. It feels like a very poorly kept secret that he's bound to become the next coach.
Yeah.
Can I make a bit of this might come off as like weirdly conspiratorial, but like, we all know Ron Rivera, the head coach, but some people may not know that Ron Rivera was also a linebacker for the '85 Chicago Bears, and I think that might have influenced how he was coaching last night. Like even he was like, I think the Bears should win this for Dick, and I think that might have influenced the game more than we think we know.
What's going on here?
But again, that's me being a little bit of a nut. We all know your boy can be a little silly.
Yeah. But it's just with Washington, because I mean, anyone who saw Commanders fans last night, that is a very pissed off fan base right now, and a fan base that definitely wants some heads on the chopping block. And I'll tell you right now, and I've been saying, honestly, I've been thinking this since last year. It is time for Jack Del Rio to retire. Like the dude is just cooked, in my opinion. I see him as a cooked asset, especially considering how they got Chase Young. They got Chase Young back, and yet that you give up 40 points to the Bears. Like that's a yikes right there. That's where it's just, you gotta hold your head in shame right there.
Was Jack Del Rio ever a good coach? Serious question, because like I feel like he's just been mediocre for as long as I remember him being in the coaching world.
I mean, I think he was. I mean, he was. From what I see, he was for the most part fine at Jacksonville. I think he was just fine at Jacksonville for their standards. Oakland mid, but he's. I mean, I don't know. Jack Del Rio's always kind of existed and stuff. He's always kind of existed and stuff, but I don't know. It's just. I mean, hold on. Wait, what's this? Was he? Oh yeah, he was defensive coordinator of that Broncos team. But yeah, it's just very clear to me that the dude is just not. He can't be the defensive coordinator anymore. We can't.
Yeah,
You gotta have a higher standard than that.
Yeah, 100%.
Right. Like Ron Rivera, I don't know what's gonna happen with Ron. I mean, I like Ron. I mean, I think I really do like Ron as a guy. I think he's a great person and all of that, and I think he's a fine. Like, I think overall he's a fine coach, but it's very clear that age is definitely caught up to him, and also I do feel like he feels like a coach right now that's just there. Like he's a coach that if I had to sum him up right now, he really does exist, if you ask me, as a head coach in the NFL.
The Morbius of head coaches.
Yeah, he just
okay.
exists.
Let's not go that far.
Not Morbius, but it's just, I don't know. He's not the worst thing you'll see, but he's still forgettable right now. Like truly.
Yeah, I mean, the Commander situation is, I mean, they're not out of the woods yet, and I'm pretty sure that ownership is, I'd say they're bound to make some changes to the team. I just hope that they don't do anything irrational, because that would be Hoive.
By the way, Luke, no offense, but you really got to stop saying "out of the woods yet," because then otherwise we're gonna attract all the Swifties.
Oh no.
Okay,
Oh my God, that's a Taylor Swift reference.
But
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
Swifties
with
Swifties are
Washington,
fine though.
yeah, it's just with Washington. Like, honestly, it's like, yeah, that's the kind of loss where it's like it really does expose the flaws of the Commanders, and it's like if they don't get that fixed real soon, this season will be looking very, very rough for them. Let's just say that.
Yeah. I really hope they fix it. It needs to get fixed.
Yeah, and I mean Sam Howell played well. It's just I mean, granted, could have. I mean, obviously Washington should have played a lot better in that first half, but yeah, you can't be having your defense give up 40 points to the Chicago Bears. You can't be having that happen.
That's true.
Had him Super Bowl shuffling. That's
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm scrolling through the logos here because I'm casually just remaking some teams that are going to be in Chaos League 2.0. Am I going crazy or can I not find the one of the? Did they take logos out?
da 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 da.
Oh no, there you go. There's the heat. No, we're good. You're fine. Never mind. You're fine.
Okay, so in terms of other football I want to talk about, I guess going back to last week, because there is some stuff from last week that we haven't talked about that I do want to talk about. Raiders Chargers. I watched that game after the Bears meltdown. Yeah, that game made me lose brain cells. I just want to say that. Brandon Staley is the luckiest coach in NFL history. I don't care if the Chargers are the Chargers. He still gets way more. He gets way more luck than he ever should.
Agreed.
Because that was literally just the Chargers Raiders was literally two dumbasses. Khalil Mack decides to turn back into 2018 Khalil Mack and records 6 sacks under Aiden O'Connell in his first game. So
I think he might have been angry at the Raiders still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was still very angry, and honestly, I don't blame him because the Raiders are a poverty organization. But yeah, that was a game of two coaches who really should not be head coaches. Let's just say that.
Yeah, Brandon Staley is walking away with
What is it with Joshes and being total douchebags?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I feel like we should not let this team get off the hook for their performance last week. New England got absolutely murdered on national television.
And it was awesome, seeing Bill Belichick cope and seethe like that. I think I might have even seen a little Malding too.
Yeah, that was like the worst loss in the Belichick era, losing 38-3 to the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, I had a feeling Dallas was gonna be. I had a feeling they were gonna be mad after losing to Arizona, and obviously they go out there and just basically put Mac Jones in what I feel Mac Jones is approaching a make or break situation, because I know we said it about many quarterbacks in the offseason, but Mac Jones looked fucking terrible against Dallas. He looked awful.
I mean, I'm also hearing things that he does a lot of like we know his cheap shots and we know he does like a lot of cheap shots and everything, but I think even like a lot of players on his team alone are just sick and tired of him.
Yeah, I've been hearing I've heard a lot of things about how there's a not good relationship between Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriots players, very similar to what we saw with Zach Wilson last season. And honestly, it's just what were you gonna say?
I was going to say that's kind of a shame because, outside looking in, Mac Jones seems like a decent dude.
He does seem like a decent dude. It's just something that feels very off with the Patriots. I mean, I've said this before the season. I said it, and I said, like, New England, if they don't make the playoffs this season, they need to rebuild. And I'm just telling you, with the way things are looking, this doesn't look like a playoff team. Like, this
Eh,
looks like a team that is really starting to bottom out if they don't get their shit together. And it doesn't help that, Matthew Judon got injured, and that's a big loss. And not to mention, star rookie, Christian Christian Gonzalez also got hurt. That's another massive loss. Like, dude was a serious contender for defensive rookie of the year, and now he's injured, and that's just. I mean, if you're New England, you're just taking bullets left and right, and that's just yeah. I mean, this week, especially against a team like the Saints, who also came off a awful performance last week, this definitely feels like must win for New England. If they lose this game, this season is going to enter a whole different level of a tailspin, if you ask me.
Yeah, that's something that is quite shocking to say the least. Just the thing is, it really feels. I mean, I don't. Bill Belichick. I mean, the guy. Ever since Rodgers is no longer on this team. Sorry, since Brady's left, it's been.
I was going to say.
Sorry, since Rodgers has left this team, since Brady's left this team, it's feel like this team has really struggled. This whole organization has really struggled to pick up the pieces. So you've got like a really strong rookie season from Mac Jones, but what have they done since then? It seems like Belichick doesn't only likes to hire his buddies. He doesn't want to, do anything, really outside of that, like to change the norm,
And I don't think he's that good of a general manager, even though Robert Kraft trusts him in that position. Name me
Agreed.
name me one good prospect that's come from the draft for the Patriots since 2013.
J.C. Jackson. That's it.
Who?
J.C. Jackson.
Yeah, and he just got traded back to the Patriots for pennies because he was useless on the Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
Please keep in mind that Bill Belichick drafted N'Keal Harry over DK Metcalf and Deebo Samuel, so the entirety of the NFC West should thank Bill Belichick for that.
Hey, that's Vikings legend N'Keal Harry to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's just honestly New England for me. It feels like given what you said about Bill, it definitely feels like the Patriots feel more like a boys' club, a struggling boys' club right now, than the empire that we all knew them to be under Bill and Brady. And that it's just I feel like the Patriots are entering a point where if things don't get better, they're gonna have to tear everything down.
I think we're
Yeah.
already at that point. They
Yeah.
just
It might be
We
forced
gotta
to
blow
be.
it up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they might be dragged into it kicking and screaming. I'm just gonna say that they might be dragged into it like that, whether they want to or not. They're gonna be forced to do it.
You know the moment I knew it was over for the Patriots? That wild card game against Buffalo.
Oh yeah, they got murdered. They got murdered by Buffalo in that game. Yeah, that definitely. I feel like many people, if you want to look at like moments where it officially feels like the Patriots officially died, yeah, that game right there feels like a great moment to choose.
Yeah, this team certainly. Yeah, I mean, I think this is going to be, they're going to spend a lot of time just really wandering in the abyss, and until, the Abyss gets they kind of manage to survive the Abyss, then it's gonna be quite the uphill battle.
Yeah, and honestly, I just feel like, honestly, I was when we did the AFC East stream, I was genuinely considering, like, saying this. Like, I was genuinely considering making this as a hot take I had. But, after some convincing, I said, okay, you know what? I don't think Matt Jones will struggle that bad, though he has honestly been really struggling now. Well, at least after if last week says anything. I had a hot take in mind where it's like, you know what? I wouldn't be shocked if we see Bailey Zapp start more games than him this season. That's a true hot take right there. But I'm not gonna lie. If Mac is pissing off his teammates like that, it might not be out of the possibility.
That's true. That's true, because if especially if you don't have your support of your teammates, you're a dead man walking. Basically, it's like you're a literal dead man walking.
Although I will say, if these rumors are true, oh god, I can't wait for Gronk to be like, Gronk think Cousins should be traded to Patriots.
No, it's
just, I will say New England. I will also say with the Patriots, like, it does feel very similar to, like, the Cowboys and, like, their final years of Tom Landry, where it's just like, I mean, Tom Landry, legendary coach, but those final years in Dallas were not particularly good after, like, Dallas had also kind of fallen off from being the contender to just more being a team that exists. And I will say, it definitely feels New England is in that direction right now. They're just becoming another team that exists after being the empire that everyone in the NFL feared.
Or how about the Aikman years after Super Bowl 30?
Yeah, that's another good comparison.
Had it.
Poor Troy, he still can't grow a beard.
Yeah. Yep. But honestly, funny that Mac Jones shat his pants this week so badly, because this week, even though they lost, I will say, Zach Wilson looked damn good. I will say that, even though they lost and got overshadowed because the NFL needed that Taylor Swift money, that Chiefs-Jets game was certainly something.
Yeah,
I will tell you that.
That was probably the game that left the most fucking bitter taste in my mouth.
Yeah, definitely with some certain yeah, let's just say that was a really bad game in terms of officiating. I just want to say that was a really bad game in officiating wise, and I was kind of nice seeing Salah give the refs a piece of his mouth when towards the end of the game.
Absolutely just lost it, because here we are again, right? It feels like it's so rigged. This is where the ones where it's like, okay, dude, what are we like? As NFL fans, are we gonna call for robot officiating now? Are we gonna start calling for that?
Like, this was the kind of game where it's like when people say the NFL is rigged, they point to games like that.
Especially you got Taylor Swift in audience. Oh no, can't have Swifties losing a game like that.
Can't have the Chiefs lose there. You can't lose that young audience that you've gotten because of the Taylor Swift effect, which I will say, for as much as I find it annoying what the NFL is doing, like shoving it in our faces and all that, I get why they're doing it, because, I mean, goddamn, look at the merch, look at the numbers, look at how many new viewers they're gaining. They're bringing in those numbers, and they will not care what fans will say, because I have to agree with Tree. The NFL could cut our legs off and leave us out to die, and yet we would still go out there and watch the games, because that's who we are. We are football fans, and we will survive the stupidest shit imaginable.
So basically,
can I say this? My biggest issue with that game, personally, I wasn't paying too much attention because I was cutting Christmas lights to prepare for making money with salvage. My biggest issue wasn't the referees. It was with Chris Collinsworth being an absolute bozo. You know, although to be fair, that's my issue most weeks with him, because like you know, like he's a fucking bozo. Let's just admit it here. He had a comment that really pissed me off where he said, you know, like, oh, we had all these comments made ready to be made about Taylor Swift, you know, and then all of a sudden a game happened. Like,
Oh yeah, I heard
you.
that right after the Jets scored a touchdown. It's like, damn, that's a great way to reveal the script right there.
Not,
Yeah.
not,
Once again, Collinsworth should just shut the hell up.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I will say, like, I really enjoy, like, in terms of the Sunday night booth, I really enjoy Mike Tirico. It's just, it's clear, I do feel Collinsworth, even though, let's be real, Collinsworth has always been an annoying announcer, but I will say, I don't think I feel like he's a bit more annoying, especially now that Al's not there to, like, you know, like, or at least Al's not there to, you know, keep him in check as much, in my opinion. I mean, he's always been annoying. I agree. It's just, I don't know, Collinsworth is just, it's Chris Collinsworth. We know what we're getting with him at this point.
It honestly feels like Tirico is shackled to him at this point, and like,
yeah,
you could argue that NBC feels like NBC just can't get rid of the guy.
yeah, honestly, even his son is doing better at commenting than him. That's the sad part.
He's a better XFL commentator, man.
Yeah. But yeah, this was definitely a strange game on many parts, because also Patrick Mahomes had a really rough game, which was like, wow, he made, so like, Patrick Mahomes made, like, on those interceptions, those were genuinely some of the worst throws I have ever seen him make. Like, I'm being serious when I say that. Like, he had some really bad throws in this game that you would never expect to see from a player of Patrick Mahomes' caliber.
Absolutely.
But fortunately for the Chiefs, they have Pacheco, and Pacheco is an absolute beast, especially considering it was really a homecoming for him, because he was a Rutgers alumni, and he's playing in East Rutherford. He was playing in New Jersey, so yeah. But I think I've said what I wanted to say there, and now it's time for the game and team that I've honestly, since this game happened, it's like, yeah, this is the game I want to talk about. Outside of what happened yesterday with the Bears, this is the game I wanted to talk about, and that is the disaster in the Meadowlands that is the New York Giants.
I'm gonna say.
I'm just getting word that Eli Manning. No wait, Daniel Jones got sacked again.
Yes.
I'm gonna say this, bro, and I know it's another Colin Cowherd quote. He's right. If I'm Brian Dable, I'd resign. I'd resign as a head coach.
Oh, quoting Colin Cowherd, I think that's on our Untitled Sickos bingo card.
Yep.
Yep.
But he's right. 1000%. If I'm Brian Dable, I would resign from this team. This team has only played, let's be honest, this team has only played 25 minutes of like heart-to-heart football all year long. Like, that's it.
I do want to say with the Giants, I'll say this, because I still don't know if they're the worst team, because the Panthers exist and the Bears still exist even after yesterday. But the Giants are without question. The Giants are without question the least competitive team in the NFL right now.
1000%. Not competitive.
Like, even with their struggles, the Panthers still show more fight. The Bears still show more fight, which is really saying something. And it truly says something just how dead the Giants look out there without Saquon. They look dead.
Saquon's not saving this team. Andrew Thomas is not saving this team. The Giants.
I'm gonna say this as a bit of a preview to my bit on my team. The Cardinals showed more fight against the Niners than the Giants did in the previous game.
1000%.
Yeah, and it really says something to me. So, I just want to. What was that? I just want to say, like, genuinely, like, First off, Devon Witherspoon is a beast. Let's just get that out of the way. That dude is I know, I'm pretty sure, Luke, you had your doubts, but hey, he's proven you wrong pretty
I
quickly.
am very okay with that.
I've heard the Rondé Barber comparisons with him, and I gotta say, he is looking like Rondé Barber out there. I gotta say that.
This is, I mean, the one thing that I wasn't just so sure of, but now when I'm just seeing this guy, I'm like, yeah, I know why Pete picked him. I know why Pete picked him. Pete Carroll loves his physical hockey players. He loves them. Pete Carroll.
Maybe he could help you with Chaos League, huh?
Shut up.
Maybe Pete Carroll can help the Sharks.
Hey, Pete, if you're watching, maybe you're one of the 20 people. Oh shit, we got 20 views on that last episode. Hey, if you're one of those 20, Pete, we'd love to have you help on NHL 24 Chaos League.
It's just documenting and then I release you to the wild.
Dude, and you're not gonna fumble a chance to meet Pete freaking Carroll, are you?
No, I probably would. I am the guy that would fumble that.
Going back to the Giants, it's just good lord. I mean, that contract that Joe Schoen is gonna be haunted for the rest of his life by that Daniel Jones contract. He's gonna until the Giants get a great quarterback, he's gonna regret giving him that. He's gonna always have nightmares about that contract because, yeah, it's not looking good, Daniel Jones bros. It's not looking good. It's looking awful.
Never was.
Shout out Ed Donatel for making people think Daniel Jones was a good quarterback.
Wow.
And what's really saying to me is just, this is genuinely the worst I have ever seen him play. It's not just that he's playing worse than last season. It's that this is his fifth season, and he's playing his worst football yet. And that is just, especially after getting a $40 million per year contract, that's just unacceptable. And that is the type of shit that will get you run out of town. And of course, that leads me to the other topic, the fact that the Giants have the worst O-line in football, and it's honestly not even close.
Agreed.
Like 10, actually no, 11, there was a total, Daniel Jones was sacked 10 times, and including the Paris Campbell play, there was a total of 11 sacks for the Giants. That's how many sacks they gave up. 11.
Another interesting fact about this game that Brandon Perna pointed out: 14 of these points for the Seahawks were a direct contribution from the Russell Wilson trade in the Devin Witherspoon pick 6 and the pass from Drew Lock to Noah Fant.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys just keep winning the Russell Wilson trade.
I know.
Yes, you got. Yeah, let's mock the Broncos again because it's cool.
Fucking let's ride.
The ride has never.
That's not what he wanted to cook.
That's.
Speaking of what he wanted to cook, I mentioned earlier, there's a guy I wanted to talk about. There's a guy who said some shit that I feel like it's definitely fitting of talking about this week, and that guy is not the Roach, it is not Antonio Brown, but instead, it is Eric Flowers 2.0, Evan Neal. Because a lot of y'all probably saw the comments that made Giants fans question their life choices with what he had to say about Giants fans and their critics and stuff, and I'll just say what he had to say. He said Evan Neal basically dared his critics to boo louder and called Giants fans fair weather fans. And he would go on to continue saying, and I quote, "Why would a lion concern himself with the opinion of a sheep? The person that's commenting on my performance, what does he do? Flip hot dogs and hamburgers somewhere?" And let it be known, he is saying this after getting yet again humiliated on national television because there's a real good argument to be made that Evan Neal is the worst offensive lineman in football right now. And he goes out there and says this about Giants fans. And I said this before, and I'm just going to keep on saying it. This dude does not realize the can of worms he just opened by saying that.
Yeah,
Like,
he opened himself up to the hornet's nest known as New York sports media.
Like, do you realize who you are fucking with here? Do you realize who you just poked the bear with here? Because this is New York sports fans you're talking about. You are calling New York sports fans fair weather fans. And I'm just going to say right now, that is the absolute last fan base I would go out there and call fair weather fans. Because you are just asking to get jumped or harassed by saying that. And then to go out there and say, what do these people do? What do these people who pay my contracts do? All they do is flip hot dogs and hamburgers somewhere. And it's like, first off, you don't flip hot dogs, you fucking idiot. And number two, that just sounds like a great way. Like, dude, you say you don't give a shit about fans booing you, yet when you say stuff like that, it definitely seems like you definitely care about that shit.
Sorry.
Hush you.
Yeah.
But Evan Neal it's not looking good for him, guys. It's not looking good.
What the dog
Get ready
do?
to learn Chinese, buddy.
What you doing there?
Canadian, maybe? I don't know.
What you doing?
Get ready.
Yeah, what's going on? Let's just put
Okay, I'm still talking. Also, give a little respect to the people who do work in food service. And we're absolutely not biased because one of our hosts works at a pizza shop.
I'll be working at a buffet hopefully by the next month.
But still, Evan Neal disrespected you, man.
Dude,
Yeah, for real.
There ain't no glory in fast food. Ain't no rhyme or reason. I think he shot the arrow wrong. I mean, and the thing with Evan Neal too is like, buddy, bro Fossa, bro Mingo Santana, like, you have not lived up to a standard that should be a lot higher than you just, deciding when and where I can play, good football. It's like, again, he's a top 10 pick who's, I looked at it as pro PFF page for grades this year, and they are not good. They're just not good. It is comparable to Eric Flowers, and that says something. What also says something to me is how many assets the Giants have spent on O-linemen, with just in the first 3 rounds since 2015 they've drafted the most offensive linemen, and they don't even have a top 16 O-line. That's just insanity.
Then again, I kind of don't trust PFF because they say the Vikings O-line is good. I'll believe it when I see it.
No, your O-line's fine. They're playing better.
Yeah, that is fair. Especially now that Dalton Reisner's part of the mix.
Yeah, your O-line's better than what you make it.
It's just, I remember especially 2018, I remember how much slander Eric Flowers was getting, just how bad he was. I remember the traffic cone jokes about him, and just how literally cones could be an upgrade over him. I remember that. So when I see numbers showing that Evan Neal has been even worse than him, that's fucking saying something. And it's not just with the numbers. All you gotta do is watch some snaps to see, damn, this dude is getting cooked out here. Like, he is a literal turnstile out there for the Giants.
Yeah. Yep, 100%.
You know what's also funny thing?
By
I always want to say this thing quickly.
the way, earlier I mentioned about how, fans do say stupid shit all the time. However, I have to say this. Evan, you suck. You are not good blocking. you have been pretty bad at your job. Like if you were like say Trent Williams or David Bakhtiari or Jason Kelsey trashing the fans, then I guess I'd accept it because they're playing good. But Evan Neal, you are Eric Flowers 2.0. You have no right to say the shit you did. You have no right to call out the fans. And yes, fans do say stupid shit, but really, man, you've been pretty bad. And you're saying this against New York fans. Do you have a death wish, man? Do you have like any concern for yourself, man? New York fans are, ooh, let's just say that New York fans are a special breed. So you know what? You kind of screwed up there, buddy. Screwed up. You fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing that, like, I would have to say with Evan Neal, it's just you should be a lot better than what you are, but more importantly, who have they asked to coach the offensive line? Because whoever they've had coach the offensive line should never be allowed to coach an offensive line ever again. Because, man, they flipped on so many things. This feels so much reminiscent to like the Joe Judge era. I watched this game and I'm like, okay, great.
Actually, I'd say it feels if this feels like the 2017 Giants all
Yeah.
over again. If you had to ask me, like because
Ooh.
we remember 2016 Giants had that really impressive bounce back season after years of just being either bad or mediocre after that Super Bowl win. And 2017, and after the boat party, it all went to hell.
But there
And I
was
do
no
wonder.
boat party this time around.
People are already comparing Dable and McAdoo, which I don't think is fair.
No,
I want to say this. I do want to say this though, but because you mentioned coaching, you mentioned like who's the coach and stuff. I gotta say, whoever the coach of their special teams, the Giants special teams is, needs to get their shit together. Because I have never seen a special teams unit get that many penalties in one game. Like that Giants special teams was fucking undisciplined to hell and back in that game. Like, truly. But it really says something. I do want to say this, and it's not even. I'm not here to like slander Dable for this. I'm just gonna say something that I've noticed these past couple of years, but it's a question that I do want to ask. Is the Coach of the Year award cursed? Like, I think that's the question to ask because it feels in recent years the guys who have won the Coach of the Year award have either not lived up to the hype that they had after winning, or they've just fallen off completely. Like I've been noticing that trend with that award. I'm just saying, I've been noticing that trend with the Coach of the Year award in the NFL.
But like, I still think even Brian Dable, like, what does Brian Dable have to do to get his team just to play football? Like, does the team really demoralize that they chose to pay Danny Dimes over Saquon first? Because like, I was watching the game last night. The game. On Monday, and it seems like Daniel Jones had absolutely no interest in figuring it out.
Yeah, and honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if because I know he's starting this week, but I wouldn't be shocked if the week after we see Tyrod Taylor starting. I wouldn't be surprised. Because Daniel Jones is just not commanding the offense that well. He's not commanding the offense at all.
He's got the heart. I mean, I have a Giants friend, like one of my first friends that I've ever made on this platform on YouTube. I've been trying to get him to join because he watches football. Like he's like the old good old friend, Paolo. I mean, I understand why he wants to avoid the YouTube spotlight. He didn't do anything cancelable. He's kind of got traumatized with whenever he used to stream and whatnot, but he was talking so much trash to me this week, and I was like, oh no, he's about to get.
Yeah, that sounds like something bad's gonna happen.
I didn't even have
that sounds like
do anything.
he's tempting fate.
Cause like, I want to know if like Giants fans are generally referencing that. Yo, hey, our comeback victory versus the Cardinals was something that was huge, and if they're still living off of that hype, bro, it's the Cardinals, man. They've played 25 minutes of genuine competitive football. Get this team off of primetime, please. I never want to see him again. Because there's no
I think we're gonna have to
effort.
see them. I think we're gonna have to see them again real soon. Unfortunately, we hate to see it, but unfortunately, we are being kicked and screaming and forced to see these motherfuckers.
Not the NFC
Why?
East. No.
Yeah, I cannot wait for Giants Bills. That's gonna be a game right there.
Dude, is it going to be worse than what the Cowboys did to this team?
Who knows?
I mean,
Who even knows? I mean, well, we'll see because they have to play the Dolphins this week, and I have a feeling the Dolphins will be very angry after what happened last week.
yeah, agreed. I mean, hey, they have now Chase Claypool, who last
Losing? Never heard of her.
I think
Yeah.
I already know how his career is going to pan out. He's going to finish his team on the Dolphins. He's not going to make their roster next year.
By the way, since he's tweeted losing never heard of her, he as a receiver has gone 16, 31, and 1. Hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say, like, for Claypool, he's going to be a wide receiver 4 at best on the Dolphins. I mean, genuinely, not just because of his reputation, but also because of the fact that the Dolphins are arguably the most loaded receiver group in football right now.
And to keep it simple, he shows no effort on one play. He's done.
I mean,
Yeah.
shit, I think Robbie Chosen is better than Chase Claypool at this point.
To me, I'm just so annoyed by this. Not only is he a local product, but like, the dude could have been a Hall of Fame wide receiver, but chose TikTok over it. Like, how is there especially I look at like a guy like Big Ben. How does Big Ben not go, hey Chase, you have a lot of potential in this league. You could be a Hall of Fame wide receiver. Lay off the TikTok.
Well, I think it's not necessarily the TikTok, because, Juju is doing pretty good as a receiver.
But
I think it's more so his ego.
Juju has stopped being on a social media presence. I haven't seen him streaming on Twitch as of late. I feel like he's more focused on the football than he is of being a social media influencer. He's more focused on football than being a social media influencer. 100%. There's more focus. I've seen, Juju still hasn't put up like super impressive numbers, but he's still able to realize that, oh crap, I gotta forge like a decent NFL career, or I'm done. And even then, he's not doing much in New England at all. So, I mean,
I'll just say, like, because the thing is, here's the thing. I'll say this about Chase. The thing is, I did not disagree with him on calling out the coaching staff and stuff. I agree that he should be the last person saying that stuff, but I also feel like, hey, someone had to do it. But the thing is, what really stands out to me is how, say what you want, even though, yes, that Broncos game ended horribly, the Bears' offense has looked a lot better since he was taken out of the lineup. Like, let's just be honest, it's looked a lot better. And yes, I know the Broncos and Commanders have their struggles at defense, but guess what? They're still NFL teams, and the Bears have looked better.
I mean, the one thing that kind of is impressed too is it feels like there's 11 players giving 100%.
Yes.
10 instead of 10. There's no 11 guys.
Having 11 over 10 will always make a huge difference, and it definitely feels like, and it feels like definitely since he's been gone, this team has shown a lot more effort, which even if the results aren't there, I can still at least appreciate, okay, this team doesn't look like the worst thing since humanity was created. Yeah, basically.
I mean, I think if there's anything for Justin to prove that he is a franchise quarterback, I mean, now's the time to do it, because the analogy that I'm getting is he's an archetype similar to Cam Newton, where he'll give you elite moments, he'll have that, but it's only going to be like for like six or seven games of the year where he gives you like super elite gameplay. and nothing else after that. That's
No,
just.
Cam Newton would also be the greatest quarterback in Bears history, so I take it.
Mhm.
I will take it. I just want a guy that has production, plays well, and that's all I ask for. And these past 2 games, Fields has given me that, and that's all I can ask for the time being. If that continues for the rest of the season, remains to be seen. But at the very least, he looks like he's having fun out there, and he looks like he's playing his style that he made so well at Ohio State. And honestly, as I noted, that's what I want to see from him.
That's fun.
Yeah, he looks like 2015 Teddy Bridgewater, and as much as people might take that as an insult, that's a compliment compared to where he was.
People need
I
to
remember
realize
seeing
that if
2015
Teddy
Bridgewater.
never messed up his knee, he would be a starting quarterback in the NFL right now.
Yeah,
If he never
I
had
do
that
agree with
accident.
that.
Agreed.
It's just the thing I've noticed with Fields is also he's been throwing the ball quicker, and that's something that he did so great in college. That was honestly one of his biggest strengths, was just how fast he would throw the ball and get it to the receiver before the defender could even think of doing something. And honestly, I mentioned it before. My biggest issue that I feel like Bears fans have had with Getsy has been he's been trying to make Fields into an Aaron Rodgers type quarterback, where he just feels like more of a statue, which as we've seen, doesn't work with a guy like Justin Fields. But these past 2 games, it definitely feels like they're letting him do more of his thing, and throw the ball quick, get out when he needs to, and that feels like a formula to success, if you ask me.
They're letting Justin Field. I don't know.
They're letting Justin cook, letting him cook.
Oh God, not again.
Yeah.
But
No more letting quarterbacks cook.
My last
That never
note-
ends well.
I have one
Yeah,
last
that didn't
note
end well with
for Bears fans. That is, shh. I'm seeing the Bears. I'm seeing insufferability from Bears. Not from you, Nick. Not from you, Raza. Not from you guys. I'm seeing a lot of insufferability from Bears fans.
No, I don't blame them for having won their first game in nearly a year.
They're celebrating, but they're acting like that they're now totally gonna vie for a playoff spot. I want them to realize they can celebrate the win, right? But know that like Luke Getsy and Matt Eberflus are dead men walking.
Oh yeah, they are. I agree on that. It's just I will say I am interested in knowing who is that defensive guy they're bringing in. I've heard, because I did hear a report that they're bringing in a defensive guy to at least probably give Matt some help on the defensive end, so he doesn't have to, for the time being, for however long he remains coach, be the only man, doing the defensive coordinator stuff. And I have my hints about who it may be, but I'm not going to say who it is because I don't want to get my hopes up in that department of who it might be.
Are they talking about Lovie Smith?
I've heard rumors about him. I can't confirm anything, but I have heard rumors about him, which take him.
I imagine there's conversations, because I imagine if they are going to bring this new defensive mindset, if Eberflus isn't it, you're going to go straight to him as the head coach.
I feel like I just get the feeling, even if it's not for coach or anything, they'll just bring him in, bringing him in as an extra voice in the locker room won't hurt anyone. I think that'd be a nice thing to do.
See, I was gonna say, is it somebody you can or can't flim-flam? Because the big thing with Mike Zimmer was, can't flim-flam the zim-zam.
Yeah. I'm sure Mike Zimmer's at Colorado right now.
I thought maybe.
Actually, never mind. I know he was rumored at. Actually, no, he isn't. Wow, he isn't. I mean, I heard rumors. I heard rumors he was going to be at Colorado because he was an assistant for Dion at Jackson State last year. But I guess he isn't. Damn, I guess he isn't. But
he's just real buddy with Prime, because I remember he'd get on all the talk shows, and then Dion would make a surprise appearance like, "Hey, how you doing, Zim? You coaching them Vikings?" And
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, definitely it's something interesting to see what happens there with the coaching staff and stuff.
I'm intrigued by it.
But yeah, I mean, all I'll say about the fans and stuff is that's just
I know
honestly
they're celebrating, but they're reaching levels of
that's
us.
just Twitter.
I
It's
know.
it's what I expect from the average sports Twitter fan base. It's what we expect at this point. I know on the opposite side of things, Aiden is a very all too familiar on the opposite side of things in terms of dealing with sports fans.
Oh, absolutely. When it comes to dealing with sports fans, Aiden wants to literally murder 90. I feel like Aiden wants to murder like 99.9% of the fan base just from the Bay Area sports.
Or just choke him out like Homer Simpson style. Just choke him out like you do to Bart.
I did the whole, join, fan Facebook page as a joke. It's the worst thing ever.
Yeah, don't do it. I don't join group chats for a reason.
Don't never join.
Except us, because we're cool.
Except for us.
It's so
except for people
molding and insufferability, and it's just,
Dude, fucking tell me about it. Vikings fan bases, except for the circle I've cultivated, are just hot, wet ass.
It is. Like I do have like there's guys that I went to like Bible college with, and they're cool. They understand. I've said my piece about them. They get it a little bit. I mean, especially with one of them, I've been able to to keep the molding down to lower than what it thinks it think it would normally be at. But it's oh.
Yeah, it's yeah, I get the experience. I do just want to say this, how funny. I just want to mention who like the last 5 Coach of the Year winners are, because I just want to see some reactions from y'all. Just mention on my theory that Coach of the Year is a cursed award. Let's see. So let's see these names. 2018, Matt Nagy. I don't need to explain why that aged poorly. 2019, John Harbaugh, talented coach, but I feel like the Ravens have not exactly recovered from that playoff loss against the Titans. 2020, Kevin Stefanski. Browns really haven't done much since 2020. 2021, Mike Vrabel. Titans haven't really done much since they lost that game to the Bengals. And 2022, Brian Dable, which, yeah, the Giants are just really feel like a mess. So yeah, those are the last 5 Coach of the Year winners, which it feels like, if you win, maybe it might be best if you don't win, because it seems that for these last 5 winners, things have not gone well since they won the award.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I haven't seen a single head coach who has recovered from winning Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
I mean, the latest one to truly recover was Sean McVay. Like, he's the exception.
Yeah, but McVay's
in 2017 winning, and of course Super Bowl and all that. It's Sean McVay.
Yeah, McVay's a legend on his own, though.
Yeah, he is.
He's an inspiration to young people everywhere.
Mm-hmm. You too could be.
You can be 36 and people can still call you a baby.
Yeah.
He does have a little baby face.
By the way, have we talked about our teams yet?
He's talked a little bit about the Bears, but
I did the Bears. We did the Seahawks. We haven't done the Niners. I believe we haven't done San Francisco against Arizona.
I'm gonna put something. I'm gonna put something in the chat. Take a little look-see about what CFB Home, an official endorsed Twitter account, tweeted a GIF of. This is.
Is it us? Is it us?
Nope.
Take a look at it, man. Take a look.
Oh,
I swear to God.
Yep.
It is of
Oh my God. I remember seeing this, but with a bald eagle at the end of it.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that version.
What's CFB home? What you doing there? What's going on?
It's a classic, Lucas. It's a classic.
Yeah.
I'm fully
Certified hood
aware,
classic.
but like, what's going on?
You may be fully aware, but are you fully erect?
All right, I'm gonna put it in the college chat now on your server.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about my Niners now. All I'm gonna say from last week is this: were you guys really surprised? I mean, Arizona did put up a fight, and I'll admit they put up more of a fight than the Giants did against us. But you know what? The result was pretty much expected. CMC, oh my god, dude, he literally scored 4 touchdowns. And remember how everyone was like, "Oh, the CMC trade is a bad idea for the Niners." So much for that. Anyways, Brock Purdy threw some deep passes that were caught beautifully by Brandon Ayuk, so you can't use that to troll him anymore. And he only missed 1 pass. Seriously, he only missed 1 pass. And you know what? I'm not gonna really talk much about that game because I'm focused on next week. Not only because I'm having a watch party with the Cowboys with a few of my friends, but you know what? Niners versus Cowboys, it's the matchup that pretty much defined the '90s. And you know what? The last two times we faced the Cowboys, funny shit happened.
Yeah, let's see if Mike McCarthy can do a funny again.
Yeah. Chaos,
yeah, we'll see.
Chaos League update. I've recreated the first team. The Jacksonville are recreated. I'm working on the Milwaukee Dragons because the color palette is so similar. I only have to make 1 or 2 changes.
Yeah. Anyways, it's worth noting that Trevon Diggs is out, so the Cowboys defense does have a bit of a weakness.
Yeah.
However, I still think the Niners are gonna go with their usual game plan of crossing routes because that's what killed the Cowboys, and they're probably gonna do a lot more inside runs because we penetrated them more when we went to the inside than we went to the perimeter. So yeah, that pretty much sums up my Niners. Our sausage. Have you talked about the Vikings yet?
No. Welcome to the Skull Report, or the name pending. But it involves Skull. And basically, the Vikings finally won a game. It may have been to the Panthers, but by God, we finally won a fucking game. Very exciting stuff. Very happy that, to see Marcus Davenport, off the IR. Nice to see him in action. Also nice to see Cam Akers get a few carries, and Alexander Madison has been looking a lot better over the weeks. Especially with how bad Dalvin Cook looks on the New York Jets, I think we made the right move getting rid of him. I think also, God damn it, I thought I was just going to have a normal talk about the Vikings, but then I realized, Sausage, you got to talk about, them being weird again. And I say to me, God damn it, you're right. I'm right. Kirk Cousins has one of his worst games of the year. Two interceptions, 1 return for a touchdown, and somehow they win. Cousins will put up all these amazing stats, and then they lose, but Kirk Cousins fucking sucks a bag, wins by 8, maybe...
Yeah, isn't it funny? Isn't it just funny that Kirk, when it just feels like, hey, maybe this is the season where the Vikings, when Kirk plays great, they end up losing the stupidest way possible, and then when he plays like shit, they end up winning in the stupidest way possible. Just imagine that concept.
Yeah, Kirk, my advice, play like ass, like the biggest piece of ass you've ever seen. Make Trevor Siemian look competent, because apparently that gets us wins.
He needs to do the Christian Hackenberg. That's what he needs to do.
Jesus Christ, not that far.
Okay, yeah, maybe not that far. Okay, Nathan Peterman. How about doing Nathan Peterman impersonation?
Okay. There we go.
Yeah, I think that's good. But yeah, I do want to say this. Panthers fans are down bad right now. I just want to say that they are down in the dumps right now, and I
That's
don't
not
blame
what
them because
that means.
I know I don't care. They're still down. Okay, yeah, they're just. I've seen. I posted that meme and like the funny memes video where Panthers fans are like just scared of just seeing the freaking Patrick sees the fans like calm down son, it's just a drawing. That's Panthers fans right now seeing their owner and GM because yeah, Panthers fans are not taking things well right now, and I don't blame them, especially after the Bears won yesterday. Like genuinely, like Carolina just that. I mean, I'm sure they'll get a win. I'm sure they'll get some wins at some point, but man, I feel like something. I mean, I feel like we need to have a talk about Frank Reich because something's not right with this team right now, and there's been a lot of criticism directed at Frank so far, especially in terms of the play calling and stuff. I've been seeing a lot of criticism directed at him from Panthers fans and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Panthers are just
Um.
they gotta get their shit together at some point, or else Bears are gonna be feasting on another #1 pick real soon.
Well, either way, very excited to see what prospects the Bears decide to squander.
I mean,
well,
the one thing I
well.
will say, the Bears O-line, it's pretty damn good.
Oh, it's gotten better. It's definitely gotten better, and I'll say two things. Number one, Nate Davis. I mentioned in my week 1 rant he had an awful game. Obviously, turned out that he had a family member who passed away right around then, so obviously did not help matters, and he was away for a couple of weeks. But these past 2 games, he's played pretty well. I will say that he's played so much better than he did in week 1, which is great to see. And obviously, the man I feel like outside of DJ Moore and Justin Fields who got the most attention for his performance, Tevin Jenkins, who I would argue may be the heart of this O line because he was great yesterday, and when he was out there, that Bears O line was rolling out there. They were playing well, like a complete opposite of what we saw in those first 3 weeks from the Bears. And yeah, much better O-line performances these past 2 weeks from the Chicago Bears, which is huge for Justin Fields. Exactly what he needs. So yeah, Bears looking more competitive. Panthers they gotta start getting some wins or else a lot of Panthers fans are not doing well. But yeah, I think I've said what I wanted to say about the NFL. We want to talk about some NHL because that's happening next week.
I know.
Which is crazy to think about because I'm still. It feels like literally the Vegas parade feels like a week ago. But yeah,
All I can say about my team is, we're rebuilding. We don't really have expectations. I just want us to give like playing time to Eklund, Bordalo, and Brun. They're gonna have growing pains, but you know what? Who cares? We're a rebuilding team. What about you guys? How are your teams?
Maple Leafs wake me up when playoffs start cracking. It's gonna be seeing how the young players. They had a really good AHL team last year, so they're gonna be looking at a lot of their young prospects. This time around, Canucks. Let's see how this aggressive rebuild did.
note for the Kraken, they are playing the Golden Knights in their first game of the season, so that should be a fun game.
Knights are winning.
Is it a Thursday?
I think Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yes.
This next Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
You want to do rivalry watch along?
I mean, and I suppose I should talk about the Wild.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Very, very intrigued by what Bill Guerin is doing. I actually kind of like the Minnesota plan. Even with the Parisian Suter buyouts, really seems like we're getting a lot of buy low candidates, and I really think that's how this team really thrives. Honestly,
That's good.
Yeah. I will. I guess for the Golden Knights, obviously, gonna be interesting to see how our start to the title defense goes. Vegas, I know Carlson suffered a day-to-day injury. I think it was not sure which injury it was, but he should be. I still believe he should be ready for opening night. I know the main injury we had, Zach Whitecloud, will be out until no, probably around November, December. Probably at worst, it'd be January. He comes back, but knowing Whitecloud, he has a tendency to come back from injuries earlier than expected, and he is a huge part of our defensive core. So that will be interesting. Definitely important to keep track of how that plays out. But really, the big questions for Vegas right now is who will be on the second line with Carlson and Amadio? That's really the main question I'm seeing, because right now the favorite to still get that to replace for the time being replace the now vacant Riley Smith role is Paul Cotter, who's I mean he had a rough start to preseason, but he's played better as of late. Got the game-winning goal against Colorado yesterday, which was really nice to see. Definitely interesting to see how he does, because showed a good amount of flashes last season during our time when the Knights were suffering multiple injuries. So interesting to see if he gets to call up another guy. The other guy he's fighting for that spot is mentioned him numerous times during the Knights' final month of the season. Pavel Dorofeyev. Doro was a big part of Vegas's uh, final month of great play, where Vegas clinched the Pacific, and of course went on to, he was played a huge part in that role. And while he didn't play in the postseason, which I can understand why, because really didn't have enough games up his sleeve to really prepare for postseason play, he showed a lot of promise. And yeah, it's really an interesting battle, like for who will be on that second line, because second line is for the Golden Knights is really the only question that needs to be answered for how will this team look on opening night. But yeah, can't wait for opening night, especially for the championship banner being raised. Definitely should be a fun time.
Should be a good time indeed. I agree. I'm looking forward to it. Looking for the hockey. And now, question is, it's on a Tuesday. We want to do a watch along. It's on a Tuesday. I'm doing nothing on a
I'd be
Tuesday.
Okay. If you all wanna, if anyone else wants to join, you can.
We can. I think it's a good rivalry cracking Golden Knights. So
yeah, at least get something.
Yeah, I think we'll do our weekly watch along. And yeah, I mean, plus it gives me an excuse to literally get going at Chaos League 2.0. Yeah, I'm gonna be working probably a lot of it on Monday when I can. So I mean, I'm already I forgot to do the alternate stuff for the Jacksonville Heat, so I'm just speed running that right now. But yeah, I'm happy to see this all back, and then once I finish 11 of them, that's when I drag everybody else into a call, and then we get a new team and a player.
So speaking of the Wild, I just want to say that play with Marc-Andre Fleury and Connor Bedard was funny. Just want to comment on that. That was
that was hilarious. Just absolutely fucking chose violence.
Yeah, welcome to the NHL moment for Bedard from the one and only Flower.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything that funny since he tried fighting Bennington on St. Louis.
Yeah.
I mean, the
I
thing
just love
with
the stick. I just love the stick tap he did. It's like, welcome to the NHL, kid. Like, that's just get the vibes from that. It's like, that was hilarious.
I love it. Organic Bedard's gonna be really good. Like, I'm glad I've convinced Ozza to end his embargo purely because Connor Bedard is such an incredible talent. He's gonna. The fact that he's actually could be in the first line is completely terrifying.
Most impressive Illinois offensive performance. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I agree. I posted it for a reason.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 100%. I mean, I'll have more of a thing on hockey, but it's weirdly hockey season just the off season for hockey is so short. It's like, oh hey, hockey's here. Okay.
I for one like it because me like hockey.
Mm-hmm.
Me like when man use stick to move puck.
Me like when hockey players fight.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you use sophisticated English too good.
Yeah.
Me no think you like hockey.
Brain hurty. Brain hurty.
Look at the photo. I clearly like hockey.
Brain hurty.
Me think you faking.
All right. Well, I think, folks, I think this is gonna do it for us tonight.
It's me thinking we've reached the end of this stream.
Me thinky as well.
Yeah. Do you suppose we should close out with a 7-day forecast or something?
Other than watch alongy on Tuesday, come.
No, I
hang
mean
out.
like since we opened up with the gimmick of being weathermen, kind of bookend it.
Please weather get cold, too hot, me too white.
And in Grand Rapids, as you're gonna see, it's gonna be nice and cool and within the 50s Fahrenheit for the foreseeable future.
Also, last note, me trying to find my settings so because I need to turn off my copyright protection on my PS5 so I can stream it on my LG.
Over here in Northern California, everything is getting cooler after this weekend. So Saturday, Sunday is still going to be the 90s, but after that, it's going to be cool as hell with a lot of clouds.
I can't wait for
Well, here in Vegas, it will be in the 80s for most of this upcoming week before falling into the high 70s. So, if you like the high 70 temperatures, this feels like a great time to travel to Vegas. Just please, for the love of God, know that you're going to be dealing with a hell of a traffic jam on the Strip.
No matter how much Elon Musk's Hyperloop supposedly fixed it.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, it didn't.
Oh crap, are we gonna get taken off of Twitter for that?
I would not think that is an impossible, but until then...
It'll help my mental health, that's for sure.
Until then, I will start being hard at work for Chaos League 2.0. And over under how predictions, how long is it gonna take me this year? Last year it was 2.5 months. Took 2.5 months to get it done. I wasn't done till middle of December.
I'll give 2 months.
Well, I have Spencer helping me. It's gonna easily shave off 5 days.
Okay, 1 month. 1 month.
I think I'll get done pretty quickly this time around.
1 month, no pressure.
No pressure, he says.
No pressure.
Bullshit.
Oh, now there's pressure. Oh no. No.
He just gave his ass pressure.
Damn. Now there's pressure. Crap. I gotta get it. I gotta finish this now.
He's gotta make like Larry the Cable Guy and get her done.
Yeah, I gotta get her done.
Get her done.
Get her done. Get her done. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna start hopefully getting the lists written for everything. I'm hoping to get the list written down by next week so I can just start hitting the randomizer so that way everything just goes nice and smooth, and we can get it. I mean, if I go at a really good pace of getting like 1-2 teams done per day, I should be able to get it done in hopefully a month, and then hopefully we'll see the big test if Spencer can play it. So, yeah.
Oh, see, I thought it was helping mostly with the spreadsheet
Yeah,
stuff.
spreadsheet stuff. That spreadsheet, the listing should take 5 days. Because last year it took me 10 days just to write all the names down. And if you and I are both at it, it should take half the time. Allegedly. Could be wrong. But anyways, we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, see you next time. And away we go.